try to get back in here a few minutes before the service starts so that we can start on time.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes, I know. Briefly, very briefly. Yes.
So we go through some old photos. Hey,
Hi, Pam. How are you?
your doppelganger when he was in his 20s, 30s. Big beard.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, it's okay.
So I'm doing a little workout.
Good.
So, yeah. How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah. Very good.
Well, it's nice.
That's as creative as I can do. It's through, it's online, it's through a woman named Beth. She's local right now, so it's funny. So how are you guys?
Okay.
I do that at the end. Okay.
David was fine. Yeah.
Smile.
What's up?
I'm pleased to be done. So, when you're little kids.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Yeah. But I certainly understand that. My younger brother told
Turn off my mic.
part of the SLM
But it's in the Shabbat program. You're right. Well, no, it'd be worth mentioning instead. And so, and you have a copy of the program, it's there on the back too. That's a fair point, that it should have been in that notice. But it's there listed briefly, but there's also a future element on the back of the program as well. Sure. Absolutely. And I'll be there with you too, like if there's something you can miss, I'll chime in. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's Shabbat. Friday evening Shabbat, which is the last Friday. There's something between parts of the service.
Yeah, my dad was at the hospital. So you probably left it at work.
She's here. No, not here tonight. They were here a couple of weeks ago to do some Friday honors because of the way that their family structure works. It was a situation that worked better for them. Yes. When we do simchas, there's the swag basket and the handheld microphone. So, on the switch on before we go.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Okay.
Let me
Hang on.
Les.
Got it.
you? Good.
Yeah. Everybody okay? Your family?
Yeah, everybody's good.
Where are the kids?
Microphone is on. Thank you.
I want to make sure, because if you didn't realize it was on here.
He didn't really want to say, but Mom, they always have. I was right across the street, because he was 1 year older, and you never put her. She was in a different world, he's an only child, and his parents were older. Yeah. Yeah, this was a packed house. And now he's a cantor. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Every rose is good.
Send me that picture. You and your picture. Oh, it's under you. Okay. I was looking for the picture. It's a crazy looking picture. So it's under there. I can. I'm all right. It's. I believe this is around 59. So that's 41 and the microphone.
has like its own setting too.
It's
Usually I'll like try to own it.
interesting because I listened to them rehearse, and it was
It's like, okay,
live. It doesn't say rehearse, the group did, the music group.
do something related to what I've heard before, so really I make like
Well,
levitating like.
rehearse.
the sound.
But,
So then
I don't know.
I'll play that, see if I can get the right tempo and drums
Yeah,
to it.
getting there. That's, I just got these a couple months
And
ago.
then I'll
It had really gotten bad.
sing
But,
along
you
with
know,
it.
sometimes the hearing loss, you just lose a little every
Use
year.
the solos. So the
All of a
solos
sudden you realize, I got a problem.
work on like the.
I did.
Yeah.
We start out with a melody, we start out with a chord.
Well, she's always said I never listened to her, but that was even when I had my
Oh yeah,
hearing.
start. The melody, like it is, the song very.
University of Wisconsin, I just went to their. Yeah, yeah, the hospital. A gal named, it was just an audiologist, Christine. is her name.
I don't know if I've studied it.
No, it's a different Christine, but it's an audiologist. What's that? Yeah, well, there were, yes, I should ask them. Yeah, I'm not sure. The nice part is though, I do have an app on here. Yeah, for this thing. Here. So this is nice. Yeah. Right. I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, good. So I have options on here, where, I can basically, yeah, Bluetooth, yeah. Sorry, Bluetooth. But I have one, somewhere I go on here and I can actually lower the volume or raise the volume. Yeah. So, okay, implants, okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice, sound assist. Yeah.
I'd say that's the much. Learn all the major standards.
I have to go to work.
There's 7 different melodies, right?
Telephone. Well, telephone functionality, you can learn in some things are. So, that is interesting. I'm not sure what we do. I'll just have to see what it is. But yes, apparently I do have this. So on Bluetooth here, I can dial up and down the sound reception. So now the sounds are louder. So then I need to activate telephone. Yeah.
Where did you get that cup for water? Yeah.
Instead of trying to.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't share cups these days.
No.
But if you
Well,
ask,
you should.
if you ask them to bring one up, and that-
Okay.
Just.
Oh. I just bought this little ukulele that you can get
Oh, I
strung
should have.
on mandolin.
Oh, this one, you got through this one.
But this is not a big investment financially.
Oh,
Like in the
all right.
last.
I didn't know that.
Instrument,
Yeah.
and then you got
You really working.
and nothing your shoulder.
Hey, well, I can share it for you.
Yeah.
E, there's a satellite. Oh, it's here, okay.
So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so you also can adjust your volume, which is very nice.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
But the thing is about this one, and it's, I don't know, but it looks like a puppy, tiny.
Given protesting.
So they make different sizes.
They do. I was at, I use it.
All right, so you also have a four.
I got there.
Their process of
Although, the place I
reforming the judiciary after the Israeli holidays. So after Yom HaShoah this week, it's coming with
Yeah.
these Yom HaShoah, so like,
Yeah.
you could
It's
easily
amazing.
follow.
Well, it's inevitable, my dad had the same problem.
I don't know.
It's not
The process of it.
No.
It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
But we're
All sorts of
monitoring
things,
it, of
you know,
course.
the osteoarthritis, the
It is
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
so
it's-
distressing.
yeah,
You're not gonna let
They
it
do.
go if it's
That's where I got my mandolin.
because they expect it to not be safe.
still a grudge.
See, I went to.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, so that's what the line.
No, of course, that was, I remember the summer of 2014.
Yeah.
And the owner too.
And they bumped into the phone.
He's still there, the same guy?
Will, yeah,
Yeah.
same guy,
Okay,
Scruffy,
We should get ourselves situated at least.
but a nice man.
He's one of them. He's one of them.
Oh, I'll be up there, yeah. I have a water there.
Oh, I thought that was.
So you say no thanks. Do you
I'd be
want-
happy to have a water, thank you so much.
And I'm more than
I
happy to
appreciate
bring
it.
it to you.
Thank you.
I've got one.
Take it anyhow.
Do you have one?
This has
Oh,
one.
he took my water, I'll take that.
There were two there.
Once for me.
I know I did too, but until I knew, no. So just ask me next time if you need it.
Thank you.
Because I get them. Yeah, that's good.
I'm volunteering at
Yeah, we're doing
Oh, there you go.
but we're watching training. Still number 6.
How you doing?
Play both top and bottom at the same time. They're the same string. So you can play the same melody at the same time. As long as you have the finger dexterity to. It would just be handy if
Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
A melody to gather us together in this space as people are walking in and getting settled.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome to the sanctuary with us for this evening. Make sure if you haven't grabbed them, we have handouts, little supplemental handout for everybody tonight, as well as prayer books. Follow along. Online, we have a link to a PDF, I believe, in the video.
Of the Shabbat program.
Of the programming that you can follow along. So.
Welcome to hear one another, and we have here Les Goldsmith from the Promise Band and Alexander Lemkin helping to lead our services. And so we'll be continuing on page.
Yeah, in the supplement, on the. Oh yeah.
I forgot.
We didn't put it in there, but it's page 4 in the supplement.
All right.
Ine Mato.
Ine Mato, page 4 in the supplement. Apologies, we'll follow along as best as we can here. Ine Mato, Manai, Jevera, Gam Yaman. Ine Mato, Manai, Jevera, Gam Yaman. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together we'll be continuing on page 645 in the prayer book, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, for
Lo Alecha. So some of you may know, have heard me talk about a custom during this time between Passover and Shavuot, the counting of the Omer. One of those customs that some people will engage with is studying from Pirkei Avot, a collection of ethical teachings in the Mishnah. And this is a tune that some folks may know. It is not upon you to complete the work, meaning the work that we need to be doing in the world, but neither are we free to desist from it. Lo alecha hamata limor, lo alecha limor, lo alecha hamata limor, lo alecha limor, velo ata ben mori vehimatem mimena, velo ata ben mori, velo ata ben mori vehimatem mimena, velo ata ben mori. Lo alecha hamata limor, lo alecha limor, lo alecha hamata limor, lo alecha limor, velo ata ben mori vehimatem mimena, velo ata ben mori, velo ata ben mori vehimatem mimena, velo ata ben mori.
Okay, now we'll move on to the lighting of the candles and do the candle blessing after that.
You need to find the candle blessing. There's a little bit of English that goes with it, so it'll be on page 4 in the supplement.
So we have a little
Meditation.
meditation, before that we like to read here. Just checking, anybody want to come up and read it? No? It's fine. So thank you, God, for the gift of life with which you bless us each day. Thank you for the gift of light that allows us to see, to know, to feel, to express ourselves. As a sign of Shabbat, may your light and truth continue to shine upon us. When we light these Shabbat candles, we stand against the hatred, bigotry, and violence of the world. When we stand against hatred, we break down the barriers of our lives and stand with one another in love and support. And when we stand together, we feel confident that our words and deeds are one. Praised are you, O Adonai, who allows us all to see by your light. Are these on?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
turn our pages now, and we'll move into welcoming Shabbat with Kadodi. This is actually a new tune that we're going to be introducing, a Sephardi composition.
Yes.
Jerusalem.
So friends, when I was working with Alexander on preparing for the services this week, I discovered that he has some Syrian Sephardi ancestry, and so I have been wanting to bring in some Sephardi melodies into our worship for quite some time, and have been trying to find various opportunities to do so. This is a Jerusalem Sephardi melody of unclear other origin. It might be Turkish, but as folks know of the community in Jerusalem, a lot of those melodies are shared around from place to place. The first place I heard this tune was in the Syrian synagogue in Jerusalem. The melody is very, very repetitive.
And
I'm going to give you a sense of it first.
You'll be able to find it in your prayer book on 138, if you want to.
138, exactly. And we'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, as we typically do. The melody sounds a little bit like this. We're going to sing the chorus, I think, twice at the beginning, just to give everybody a chance to kind of get used to it. Absolutely. So it sounds like this. Lecha dodi nikrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi nikrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. That is the whole tune. Repeats over and over again. We're going to try it again. Lecha dodi nikrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi nikrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad ishmiyanu el neivchad Adonai echad Shemo echad V'shem u'tiferet v'litehila Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelecha Ki mekor ha'beracha Merosh mikedem v'sucha Zo ma'aseh b'machshava techila Hit'oreri Ki ba'oreh u'mi'ori Uri shir taveri kevod Adonai alayich nigla Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. And we'll rise. I can't right now, but you all can. And face the way we entered and say, Boi b'shalom atzeret chana Gam v'simcha u'v'tzola Toch ebunei am segula Boi chala Lecha dodi nikrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela 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 Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Thank you for trying that with us.
Thank you. Next, we'll move to the Midor Shir, page 140 in the prayer book.
A psalm for Shabbat. Midor Shir leyom haShabbat, do ve'hodo
Next, we'll move into the Ma'arif portion of our worship tonight. We'll start with Baruch Hu, and we're all going to rise for this. And you'll find that in page 146.
Page 146,
Yes,
we rise
so
together.
prayer book. Yes.
We're in the supplement on page 5.
Yes. Looking for Roll into Darkness supplement.
Day
move on to Shema, page 152 in the prayer book. Everybody can be seated. And we'll move into Be'ahavta, 154 in your prayer book.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Move into Micha Mocha in 158, your prayer book.
Prayer, celebration of liberation.
I guess I could say just a few things on that, right? We did just end Passover not too long ago, so we like to think, Passover is a story of Exodus, our freedom from slavery, and little hint of coming up. We're in the days of counting the Omer. We have a few portions here for that, so up until we receive Torah at Mount Sinai, we're in the days of counting, so just kind of thinking about our liberation and where it leads us. We can see with Micha Mocha.
Absolutely. So page 158. Torah tehilot poseh Adonai Ka'al Yisrael.
Next you'll find Ashkivenu in the supplement. That's on page 6 at the top.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom, L'shalom. V'ha'amitenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right.
So move into the Tefillah portion of service. We'll start with Adonai Sifatai. If we could all rise, that'll be 164 in your prayer book. And in 166 of your prayer book, you'll find Avot Behimahot.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotzeinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Ha'gibor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Gonei Ha'akol V'Zocher Chatzei Avot V'Imahot ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה.
May be seated, and we'll move to Ritzay, which is in the supplement on page 7.
Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu, Be'amcha Yisrael. Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu, U'tfilatam be'ahavat te'areh. Sing it again. Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu, Be'amcha Yisrael. Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu, U'tfilatam be'ahavat te'areh. Can you hear our prayers as we sing your praise and glory and be gracious unto you? Take our souls in flight, on your wings they are now soaring. And say Adonai Eloheinu, and say Adonai Eloheinu. Be'amcha Yisrael, and say Adonai Eloheinu, U'tfilatam be'ahavat te'areh. U'tfilatam be'ahavat te'areh. U'tfilatam be'ahavat te'areh.
We'll move to Shalom Rav on page 178 of your prayer book.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Avkar, Tasim Ve'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Avkar, Tasim Ve'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Avkar, Tasim Ve'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Avkar, Tasim Ve'olam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. B'chol עת ובכל שעה לשלוט לך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Avkar, Tasim Ve'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Avkar, Tasim Ve'olam. Tasim Ve'olam. Tasim Ve'olam.
Now we're going to transition into some silent prayer, if you'll join us.
You can either offer words from the prayer book, explore those offerings, or offer prayers from your own heart. We'll eventually be joining back together in the supplements on page 7, but for now, just take the time that you need. of the service, we shared and sang together these words from the second chapter of Pirkei Avot. It's not upon you to complete the work, but neither are you free to desist from it. And that can apply to the work that we do, putting our values into action in the world. It can also refer to the inner work that we do here. So whatever work you've been doing in your own heart in this space, you don't have to finish it. But we keep going, and we keep working on strengthening our own hearts so that we can then be nourished and go out into the world and stand up for one another and protect and support those who need it. There's an additional part of this quote that basically says, the day is short, and the work is long. The reward is great, the workers are tired, and the master of the house is insistent. This was set to music also by a dear colleague of mine. So I want to share their melody first, and then we'll sing again the tune that we know so well. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. Velo ata ben chori lehibater mimena. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. Velo ata ben chori lehibater mimena. Hayom katzar והמלאכה מרובה והפועלים מצרים והשכר הרבה ובעל את הבית תחכה. ואתה בן חורי להיבטר ממנה. as we have been offering prayers from our own hearts, or perhaps exploring prayers in the prayer book. We turn our attention now and our intention now to those who we know of in our lives who are in need of healing and wholeness. Perhaps we were praying for healing and wholeness for ourselves up until this point, and so now we think of those specific people that we're connected to who could use a little bit more strength, courage, help from others. We have in our congregation a healing list that people will submit names for, and there's over 60 folks on our healing list. We, in this day and age of being live streamed and everything being very, very public, we don't share those names out loud on microphone, but they know that we're thinking about them and praying on their behalf. In a moment, we're going to offer Misha Berach, a prayer for healing, which you can find on page 371 in the prayer book. And before we offer that prayer together, I want to offer space for anybody who is here in this room or joining us online who wants to share a name of someone that you're thinking of who could use some goodwill, some prayers on their behalf. If you're joining us online, you can put a name in the comments. And if you're here in the room, as my eyes meet yours, you can either share a name out loud or in your own heart.
Our wounded warriors.
Thank you.
Those who suffer from mental illness.
Is there anybody else who we should be thinking about in this moment? In the middle of page 371, we'll offer a prayer of healing and wholeness, and we'll sing our strength to them.
Before I move on to the Kiddush portion of our service, we'd like to see if anyone would like to offer any gratitudes that they have or any simchahot. We have the rabbi likes to bring this out. Oh, it looks like he added something new. We have these little notepads.
So just as we offer those prayers of healing and wholeness, we have an opportunity also to share moments of joy with one another as well. And so if you are brave enough to share a simcha with the community, something that joyous or that you've been experiencing recently or that you are anticipating happening soon, we'll give you have a choice. We have some wristbands that say Derech Eretz on them, which literally means way of the land, but it also refers to just treating one another with kindness and treating one another well. We have some magnetic bookmarks for those who still read paper books. And we have these little blessings, sticky notepads. So, okay, actually, Les, we might want to turn your pack off in order for that to work. Do you have access to your microphone pack there?
I do.
Let's go ahead and get that. We have 2 microphones that use the same channel. We only have 4 channels, so. All right, so we turn that off,
Okay.
and that should work.
There we go, testing 1, 2. Got it. All right.
All right.
So I'll start up here.
Does anybody have any simchas that they would like to share? See, we have someone back over there.
You want to come up?
And we,
Bring it up.
if we can get out, I think we
I
just.
want to stay
Get
there.
it all the way over here. Oh, Julie.
So, I was working in the gift shop with Sherry and discovered that her husband and I, Michael Port, grew up across the street from each other. And so we are seeing each other now for the first time in 60?
23, 61 years.
61 years. So, and I'm really excited about it.
That's great. Thank you.
Mazel tov, thank you for sharing. If we want to get a little.
If anyone wants to take.
One for all of you, right? It's all of your simcha.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have anything they want to share?
Simcha, a joyous occasion. Looks like we might have somebody up in the front.
I'll come back for that.
In June, I, like many other people, are going to be going to Israel. But I'm lame, so I am not going to be doing what the people are doing. And today I started making plans for my own trip to Israel. And I have found yarn shops and open market bazaars and cafes in Jerusalem that I am going to go to all by myself and have a glorious time. And I won't have to worry about not keeping up.
So we'll have moments together and moments where you're going to get to do things on your own, and it will all be wonderful.
It will all be wonderful, and anybody can skip the tour and come with me. Gail.
Thank you for sharing. Anything, anyone else?
Anyone else?
Oh.
I had a big birthday recently.
25?
The big one, 25, right. Thank you. And anything over here? No?
Anybody else?
I know Cantor has one.
Oh,
I'm gonna come single you out.
Yes, I'll grab one of those later. I already have a microphone. So there's nobody else then while I'm sharing mine, Les can turn his microphone pack back on. But yesterday I turned 32.
Babies.
So we'll offer in this moment of sanctifying both the prayers of healing that we've offered, this Shabbat that we have been able to spend together, and the simchaot, the moments of joy that we were able to share here with one another. To sanctify all of it, we'll offer Kiddush, which you can find on page 123 in the prayer book. Here, I'm gonna help that. Easier one to handle. All right. So together we'll offer Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hidchilanu. Zikaron lema'asei v'reishit, ki hu yom techila levikra'ei kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu bacharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol Shabbat Kadesh HaShabbat V'Chaim. As Alexander mentioned earlier, we are in this period of time in the calendar between Pesach and Shavuot, where there is a custom of actually counting those days, of marking the time, the 7 weeks between those two holidays. It's referred to as the counting of the Omer because in biblical times they would actually count, an Omer means a sheaf, as in like a sheaf of grain, and they would actually count sheaves of grain as a way of marking time between the beginning of the harvest in the early spring and the peak of the harvest that happens 7 weeks thereafter. There are many different associations and meanings that people will ascribe to this time of year. My favorite, perhaps, is that the rabbis suggest that it's the amount of time that it took between when the Israelites were liberated from slavery in Egypt and when they received Torah at Mount Sinai, which Alexander mentioned earlier. And in that 7 weeks, being able to let go of some of the narrow ways of thinking that they may have been holding on to as slaves in order to be able to receive Torah. So on page 570, if you want a pretty graphic, just to note, on page 8 in the supplement, one of Melissa Osborne, who designs our program, created a very pretty graphic to tell us how many days we're counting. I'll also be announcing the count. We're going to offer that on page 570 in the prayer book. There's a tune that we have been using at Temple Beth El here for the last couple of years. Page 570 in the prayer book, we set an intention to offer this count together to mark this time, and then we have a blessing that we offer, and then I will announce the day that we are counting. So page 570, if you are familiar with the melody, you can just come right on in with us, and if you're not, you'll probably get the hang of it by the end. Today is 16 days, which is 2 weeks and 2 days of the Omer.
we'll be moving, I guess so. Next, we'll be moving to 586 in the prayer book.
586, Aleinu l'shaveh, moving toward the end, but not quite at the end of our worship this evening. Will be 586 at the top, and we'll rise. Aleinu l'shaveh Adon hakol, lateidu la'yotzer b'reishit, shehudot l'shamayim ve'yosed aretz, umoshav yirkaro b'shamayim mima'al, ushlinat uzo v'govei meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od. V'anachnu koreim u'mishtahavim u'monim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. You may be seated. Though in a moment we'll be rising again. We've come to a point in our service where we traditionally offer prayers of memory for those who are no longer with us in body, but whose spirit certainly offers us strength and blessing in our lives in the ways that we conduct our lives. In particular, we often will call to mind those who have passed away recently within the last 30 days. Shloshim, we recount on this Shabbat, as well as those whose yahrzeit and whose anniversary of passing falls on this Shabbat. And of course, we can always raise the names of anybody who is dwelling in our hearts this particular evening, this particular Shabbat. In Temple Bethel, in our congregation, we're observing a few particular remembrances of Shloshim, of people who have passed away in the last 30 days with connections to this congregation whom we know of. In that spirit, we are remembering Sari Lynn Smith, cousin of Eliza and David Hoffert and of Corey Hoffert. We're remembering Steve Kaufman, brother of Gene Kaufman Waldman and Art Waldman, uncle of Kim and Daniel Kuchera, and great uncle of Leora Lewandowski. And we're remembering Rudy Saperstein, grandfather of Stephanie Blumenthal. To their names, we link the names of all of those we know and love, and in particular, again, those whose yahrzeit and whose anniversary of passing we recount on this Shabbat. Bobby Sim Kaufman, Shirley Cohn, Miriam Davidson, Edward A. Deutschkron, Aria DeVere, Robert Joseph Edelman, Arnold Engman, Ingrid W. Fantel, Isidore Fine, Alice Hutchinson, Mary Jacobs, Faye Johnswold, Lester Cantor, Paul Katz, Robert Levine, Paul B. Levy, Linda Luders, Claire Mansour, Lucille K. Martin, Oscar Max, Hilda A. Morgenstein, Meyer Novick, Ted Ryder, Isaac and Esther Rosenberg, Yechiel and Samuel Rosenberg, Louis Roth, Anna Shapiro, Max P. Silverman, David Slafer, Bernard Winston, and Esther Woldenberg. There may be others who are joining us here this evening, either here physically in our sanctuary or connecting with us online, who may have additional names of folks that you are remembering this evening. If you have a name that you would like to share, as we offer in a moment, we'll offer the Mourner's Kaddish. If you have a name that you'd like to add to our list of memory this evening, I invite you to do so. supportive community for those who will need to rise to say Kaddish for their loved ones, and also acknowledging that there may be those who no longer have anyone to stand to say Kaddish for them. We rise together as a community and turn to page 598 to recite the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah, ve'alma di v'rach irutech v'yamlich malchutech, v'chaye hon yomechon, u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, v'hagalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabah mevarach le'alam u'almei almaya. Yitvarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekusha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran ve'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom imromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, and we say, Amen. Be seated.
Now, I have some announcements to make before we move into the final portion of our service. So I'm Alexander Lemkin. I was just helping lead services tonight. I'm honored to be here and thank the cantor for all this help in setting this up and getting me situated and comfortable and ready to do this. Music by Les Goldsmith and the Promise Band, everyone here. Thank you to Mona Schatz for greeting at the front. Our tech support is Summer Koff in the back there, helping all this magic happen with the microphones and the music. We have an oneg after the services tonight, sponsored by Sisterhood, Temple Bethel Sisterhood. A couple of announcements upcoming. There's a B'nai Mitzvah tomorrow for Rain and Falk.
A week from tomorrow, actually.
Oh, a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, there we go.
Our announcements usually will list the next B'nai Mitzvah, whenever that happens to be. So it's going to be a week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow, the Bat Mitzvah of Rain and Falk, who's the daughter of Dory Batz and Shane Falk. So if you want to attend that, that'll be happening at 10:30 a.m. Tomorrow, Saturday at 9 a.m., there's Beyond the Five Books, a study of Tanakh. It's led by Rabbi David Kopstein. Let's see, next week. Of course, on Sunday we have Mitzvah Day going on. So if anyone hasn't heard of it by now, just we have a lot of things scheduled for essentially 9 to 6.
Many people are signed up for different projects already. I don't know for sure if there are still ways to sign up for any projects, but if you go to the temple website and go to the calendar event, you'll be able to find out whether or not it's still possible to sign up for a project. Oh, it is, wonderful.
Oh, perfect, yeah. At the very least, you can hang out here all day. There'll be
And we'll be
activity all
concluding
throughout
with a dinner. There'll be a lunch in the middle of the day, and there'll also be a dinner available at the end of the day for those who want.
And the choir and some Promise Band members, and anyone else who wants to join will be just kind of
Doing a little song session at the end of the day.
as everybody's coming in to the dinner. It's kind of help bring people back together. Let's see. So on Tuesday, there's also the Yom HaZikaron commemoration happening here at the temple at 7 p.m. If you'd like to join for that, remembrance of Israel's fallen.
Essentially Israel's Memorial
fallen
Day.
troops.
That will be led by primarily by our community shlichim, our community emissaries from Israel, with a little bit of assistance from me. Having worked with them and spoken to them, it should be a really meaningful observance. It leads right into Yom HaAtzmaut, Israeli Independence Day, and so it's a way. It's considered a very, very sacred day to Israelis. and a wonderful way for us to connect with our Israeli counterparts.
So next Friday Shabbat service will be featuring 8th grade. So some of the 8th grade class will be helping lead services that night, I believe.
As well as the 8th grade teacher, Rabbi Bonnie Margulis.
And then the following Saturday, 9 a.m. before the bat mitzvah later in the day will be another Torah study led by Larry Cohn.
Oh yes, that's important to note for some of our regulars that Larry Cohn's going to be coming back to offer a session a week from tomorrow.
Yeah. And then finally, that same day, tons of stuff happening on that day. You have 9 a.m. Torah study, 10:30 a.m. a bat mitzvah for Rain and Falk, and then at 1:30 p.m. the Sisterhood is providing an event called Kala, the Spices of Havdalah.
Note that Kala will be happening off-site. See the temple calendar for any details.
And with that, we'll conclude the service. We'll be moving.
We're in page
646.
646 in the prayer book, anticipating Mitzvah Day. In our congregation, we thought we'd offer a couple of things that would get us in the spirit for, again, carrying what we're doing here in this prayer, in these prayers, into the work that we'll be doing shortly after Shabbat. One mitzvah leads to another. Mitzvah goreret mitzvah. Avera goreret avera. Mitzvah goreret mitzvah. Goreret mitzvah. Ya la 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 la. Ei osai. Zeto. Zeto. Ei osai zeh. Which is on page 9 in the supplements. Excuse us all because we all have to deal with our page turns as
So
well.
we've sang this a lot in the choir. So if perhaps anyone here has caught it during choral services that we held, might be familiar
We
to
have at
you.
least one choir member in the congregation tonight. Wonderful. Repeat after me. I will open my eyes.
I will open my eyes.
I will not look away.
I will not
Together. I will use this gift I've been given every day. I have a voice Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Everyone will join one another for Oneg Shabbat in the Weinstein Community Court. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
On the very first cruise we ever went on. On the very first cruise we ever went on, they had movies every day, so we went to watch a movie. There was no one in the auditorium. And I sat down in the middle seat, halfway back in the middle seat.